Hello everyone. As you might recall, some time ago I made a video about Neon Oni, an AI music project that initially pretended to be a Japanese metal band, then they admitted to being AI, and eventually hired real musicians to perform their songs. A lot of people did not understand the point of that video. Of course, I am against AI-generated music, but that's not why I felt like commenting on the Neon Oni situation. There is a bunch of people AI generating metal songs in Japanese, and I think that none of them are really worth talking about. I mean, it's cringe, but there's not a lot to say. My issue with Neon Oni was that they advertised themselves as a real band, and they managed to fool a lot of people. And on top of that, their actions actively limited the reach of real Japanese metal bands, with them getting to the final stage of Japanese Wacken finals, for example. By the way, just like in the Neon Oni video, every time I use the words like band, musicians or whatever, just imagine giant quotation marks around them. Since last month, or for like 2 months at this point maybe, I've been seeing posts clowning on some Visual Kei AI band called HIGANBANA. The name translates to Red Spider Lily, by the way. And please do not go and harass anyone I mentioned in this video. Let's be civilized and respectful, okay? I know you guys are alright and wouldn't do that. If I wasn't sure of this, then I wouldn't be making this video. But I think it's worth to say that just in case. Anyway, at first I did not think much of this situation. I did see other AI Visual Kei bands before that pumped out 5 songs per day and didn't even bother to make it seem like they are not AI. I thought it's simply another project like this, but after looking into HIGANBANA, they kinda stand out a little bit. I'm sorry, they are a little sus. Nowhere near as bad as Neon Oni, obviously. HIGANBANA does not actively limit the reach of real bands, and they don't have a lot of people interested in them. But they did do enough weird things to make me feel like making a video talking about them. I mean, first of all, there are some people who are not aware that this is AI, and I'm making this video mostly for them. There are probably some who know that this is AI, and they don't care. If you are one of those people, well, I'm not stopping you from enjoying HIGANBANA, you are free to do so. I mean, really nothing personal, dude. But aside from spreading awareness of them being AI, I would like to point out a few weird things done by HIGANBANA. Also, if you are really not interested in my commentary on AI bands, don't worry, I will not be turning this into a series. I will not be one of those commentary YouTubers that change their content into criticizing AI slop. I've just been too busy to work on my usual content, so I'm doing this short video to not leave you guys too long without anything new from me. Now, under the Neon Oni video, I did have a few people arguing that I have no proof of Neon Oni being AI, even though I did show Neon Oni's statement admitting this. But maybe I did that too far into the video, and these people did not bother watching it. So I will show you a statement from HIGANBANA about this right now. It is a bit long, so if you don't feel like reading it, the most important information is near the end of it. We use AI, neural networks, solely to create the visual world building, images, as the members do not have the environment to produce Visual Kei visuals ourselves. The song lyrics and their accompanying artwork are completely created by us without relying on AI or other external tools. Notice how they do not mention whether their music is AI generated or not. Not a single word about the music itself. I think all of us can agree that music is the most important factor of a band. They are like, yeah, our photos are AI generated, but the lyrics and artwork are man-made. Okay, but what about the songs? I will address other specific points of their statement along the way, so stay tuned. As of right now, HIGANBANA has around 450 followers on TikTok. They used to have over 500. Their most popular TikTok post has 50,000 views and over 5,000 likes. And I'm sorry, but I don't get something. In their apology they state, "As stated in our profile, we are not an actual visual kei band, but rather operate as an art project. While our explanation may have been insufficient and hard to notice, we have always presented this fact right in front of you. Meanwhile, the description of their profile states, New visual kei group HIGANBANA art project. Well, okay, you don't use the word band, you say group, literally gurupu in Japanese. And you do say art project. But I think this is still a far cry away from stating that you are not a real visual kei band. There are posts on their account where they do call themselves AI in the description though, so that's a step in the right direction. In this specific video I find it very funny that people in the crowd are perfectly synchronized in their jumping. Actually, let's take a look at the description of this video. It is written in Japanese, but here's a translation of some of the points. This video showcases the first AI concert by HIGANBANA, the first AI visual kei group. I don't think it's the first one, I've seen like at least two more that predate HIGANBANA anyway. Their first album is already available on SoundCloud. The fusion of the Japanese visual kei, VK, genre and AI technology is a new endeavor. It is attracting attention as an example of AI utilization in visual expression and music production. Search for HIGANBANA or HIGANBANA first album on SoundCloud and listen to it. I am very sorry, I tried my best to look for this album and I did not find it. Why cannot they just give us a link? Why do we need to go search for it ourselves? I cannot find it, I'm sorry. I mean, did they remove it? I've seen screenshots of their SoundCloud and I swear I really tried, but I cannot find it for the life of me. I am sure there will be someone in the comment section of this video that's gonna like just simply look them up and it's gonna be the first result and they're gonna link it and call me an idiot, but I'm sorry, I really tried, I cannot find it. Anyway, this whole thing started on May 17th when HIGANBANA announced their formation on TikTok. They showed us photos of members of the band. One of them plays biwa, a traditional Japanese string instrument. And some people were hooked. This post has a bunch of comments of people who are excited to see this band being formed. However, I think that people on other platforms kinda exaggerate the volume of people believing that this is a real band. This comment section is clearly dominated by believers, but all other posts by HIGANBANA are full of people calling them out on being AI. And you also gotta keep in mind that these comment sections are monitored. Any attempt at calling them out could have gotten removed. In their apology notice they say that they use a comment filter to restrict certain words to, quote, prevent the comment section from being overrun by inaccurate information and noise. And of course, there will be nothing wrong with this. But the context makes this sound a little bit suspicious. HIGANBANA also has an Instagram profile, by the way, and all members have their own profiles as well. And they have checkies. I don't know if they are real. If they are on sale, then that's kinda crazy, but I don't think they are. Maybe they will be on sale in the future, I don't know, we'll see. People point out that the person behind HIGANBANA probably modeled the band members after real visual kei musicians. The vocalist is often compared to Usagi, the vocalist of Lyrica, a band that disbanded this year. And allegedly, HIGANBANA tried to bait people to think that it is Usagi's new band. Reddit user CatLadyWitch called them out on this. I did not find proof that HIGANBANA claimed that Usagi is a member of their band, but when you look up HIGANBANA VK Usagi, one of the search results will be an Instagram post from HIGANBANA. The post description is now blank, but in the search result you can see the tags it used to have. Among them are #Lyrica and #Usagi. So I am leaning towards believing that HIGANBANA might have really used Usagi's likeness, and of course they did use his name as clickbait. If you are not aware, Lyrica disbanded after Usagi basically went missing without a word. His family member later came out and confirmed that Usagi is safe. The reason for his disappearance was not publicly revealed, and after all of this, Lyrica decided to disband. Fans of Lyrica are understandably still pretty emotional about it. I mean, it all happened only a few months ago. So I think it is extremely disrespectful and messed up to use Usagi like this. Disrespectful to Usagi himself and to fans of Lyrica. And by the way, HIGANBANA's apology statement looks exactly like Lyrica's announcement of their disbandment. That's just a cherry on top. TikTok user Wafu at EEEEIIIIIQ found that the individual running the HIGANBANA account is in Belarus. So they are my neighbor to the east. And by the way, I was really surprised to find that social media platforms like TikTok and YouTube are not banned in Belarus. I thought that if they are banned in Russia, then they are probably also banned in Belarus, but apparently they're not. They are just heavily monitored instead. Sorry for the small digression, but I found this very interesting. Remember how HIGANBANA stated that the lyrics of their songs are written by humans? This is just my opinion, but I find this kinda hard to believe. I can't help but be skeptical after the Neon Oni situation. According to people who know Japanese, posts written by HIGANBANA are definitely not written by a native Japanese speaker. Not really that surprising since now we know they're from Belarus. I mean, people there speak either Russian or Belarusian, and then like 3% of them speak Polish. So you know, if they can speak Japanese, then they had to learn it themselves. But I would not be surprised if they are using a mechanical translator or AI. And for some reason HIGANBANA is really stubborn on writing in Japanese. Like, people comment on their posts in English and they respond in Japanese. So that's all I had to say in this video. As I've said, there's not a lot of very serious issues with HIGANBANA like they are with Neon Oni. This is a way more underground thing. Anyway, more videos will be coming soon. I will finally have enough time to work on my usual content again. Thank you to my patrons: Mumble Honey, Remilia, Big Body Igor, Canary Casey, The Insomniac Slayer, Dali, Lemon Piglet, Hattie Soup and Damian Trevor Vincent. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.